Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebratin'.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope y'all are all having a fantastic day. Episode 38 or episode 58 in the mix right now in progress.
Yes, sir.
Like, share, and get this information out, guys. Let the people know PulseNation is in the building. How you doing? How's it going?
What's up, people? What's up? We here. We back. Another episode of PulseNation. I'm very excited myself. I got a little something with me.
The crypto market is looking awfully bullish, my friend. It is looking super freaking good. Bitcoin over 40,000. Ethereum over $2,000. And folks, this is what you see. This is what you see 6 months prior to the Bitcoin halving. And we're within that range. And so I'm excited to see what we got in store, folks.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to the soundboard real soon. Stay tuned.
Exactly. Pristine Region, how you doing, my friend? We got George Taco, Emmett in the house, Hassan saying BTC over 40, guys. That is some crazy freaking things. Cookie de chocolate. Hello, what is up, my friends? Yes. I hope y'all are enjoying it, man. I hope y'all have been enjoying this overall journey that we've been traveling on this road as well, guys. We are super excited about what's recently been going on, but obviously, in the whole grand scheme of things, just excited to be able to buy more at these prices, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Let me see if I can actually pull up a good old chart for Bitcoin, actually, as a matter of fact, as well. Go ahead and keep on going, my friend.
Yeah. The only thing I know is Pulse is higher than it was, about a month ago or when we were at the lows. As long as that's still the case, nothing to be worried about. Everything's going as planned.
Right.
We're just slowly treading, Bitcoin's doing its thing, Ethereum's doing its thing. We're gonna see what happens in our ecosystem. Oh, it's very exciting.
For sure. And I'm just excited with it as well, my friend. Just watching the overall trajectory of everything happening is always very interesting because we know we're in cycles, y'all. If you hate to admit it, you might want to reevaluate some situation on that one. Because we live in cycles in our own personal lives and in crypto and in finance and in the overall world. How many times do we have to go to war because we just do cycles, y'all? It's a nature of human, right? It's a nature of being human. Up and down, my friends.
Up and down. That's it. I mean, they talk about it with the sun. The sun is on a cycle, up and down. So
here we go. Super charts. All right, cool. Let me actually pull it up. I was trying to get all logged in, dude. So I went and freaking cleared my cache and cookies, bro. And again, sometimes you do this just to help out, maybe alleviate some issues that you're running into or whatever the case may be. So I was running into some issues with some Google scripts and all that good stuff. And so I was like, oh, clear cache and cookies. Come to find out, I didn't save any of my login information for my trading view charts, for my DEX charts, for any of them. And so when you do that, it wipes all the information. It clears all the data that you've entered on the chart. And so I got to go back and remap the entire freaking chart all over again.
It's funny you mentioned that. Were you having problems with Google Chrome? Is that what happened? Or you just did it randomly to clear it?
No, so I'm making a whole portfolio thing, and I'm looking to use the API scripts to pull some data from websites, and so that's what I was experiencing was an issue running into that, and I thought, well, hey, maybe a fix could be clearing cache and cookies,
right.
Because it was working in incognito mode, which means something was causing an issue, and so I was like, well, fuck it, man, I'll just do it, not even thinking that it would wipe all the information, and I'm like, damn. So I got to go back and rechart out my freaking Bitcoin chart. I had so much fun making that in the first place. So I guess I'll just have even more fun making it again.
Yeah.
Let's just share some information for everyone while we're at it. I forgot to get the music going once again. Let's get that music on in the background, y'all.
I've been having problems with Google Chrome. So 2 laptops, Google Chrome was acting up for me. So this is the second laptop. I just had to delete it and reinstall it. Not sure what's going on, but whatever, maybe it comes with the Apple update. I don't know. So if anyone else has been having that issue, let me know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. This is what Bitcoin's looking like right now. And again, folks, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is on weekly right now, and so you can see ever since really the beginning of the year for January, it's just been on an absolute little move itself, right? Already going up, essentially doing a 2.5x, which is pretty awesome for Bitcoin, y'all. You got to understand, very tough to do, which is why sometimes people seeing 100,000 for Bitcoin is really only like a 2.5x from here. So it's not like it's that far-fetched and that far out of reach. I just have a tough time believing based on what we've seen in the past. But yeah, dude, this is what's absolute pumping on that one. And of course, because of that, Ethereum is on absolute tear. It just cusped over $2,000, I believe it was today, and it's already above 22 at this point in time as well, sitting at 21.99 actually right now. So these are breaking new freaking levels of previous highs for local highs. And usually whenever you have altcoins that are with Ethereum, tied to Ethereum to some liquidity, it pulls it up as well. So I'm curious to see what's really about to go down in the next 4 months in particular, my friend. I really think the next 4 months are going to be a pivotal role in the experience that we're going to actually see when we actually get a chance to see it all, my friends. Whoops.
Yeah.
Go back up here.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting because nobody knows the future. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, I'm reading this comment. This shout out to man, I can't even see with these sunglasses on. Soldier USAF. Yeah, he says, bro, I'm terrified. And shout out to you, man. We appreciate the super chat. He says, bro, I'm terrified that this BTC spot ETF is going to be a buy the rumor and sell the news. Do you really think institutions are going to let everyone win? I'd hate to watch my bags crumble 40% after BTC drops big time. Hey man, listen.
Yeah, let's talk about that for like a second. I mean, just to kind of give it some merit on this one for sure. You know, while I'm just kind of making up some random drawing real fast, just kind of see what could happen.
Yeah.
But this is when it comes to the Bitcoin experience itself and everything happening with Bitcoin, and everything actually going on with Bitcoin as well. I would just say, let me pull that super chat back up once again real fast so I make sure. It is 100% a buy the rumor, sell the news event, my friend. Like, this is what will happen. That is 1,000% a sell the news event. When the Bitcoin ETF does get approved, you will see plenty of people come through and sell. Why? Because they're going through and actually accumulating right now, right? They're the people who are buying right now for the time that whenever it ends up reaching over here into the future, we'll say it gets approved, I don't know, probably March or something like that of 2024, somewhere in here, and it's back at $48,000, $50,000, somewhere in this range. People are going to sell. That's a sell the news event, my friend. Like, that is 100% what is going to happen when that spot ETF does get approved, because people are already planning on it right now. In fact, people are buying up the Bitcoin on Grayscale right now. This discount to NAV. So people are already buying it on a discount inside of GPTC just because they understand that when it becomes available and gets approved on the ETF, they can then transfer their GBTC and actually get it a full value transaction for what is a Bitcoin, which could essentially be a 10% swing in the price, which is for some of those individuals and investors what they're looking for as an investment return. You understand? Like, some people don't care to see 10x, 50x, 100x, 1000x. Some people want to see 10% a year, and that's okay.
That's the big boys.
That's what people are doing, and people are already planning on this as well, using this exact GBTC discount to NAV premium that we're just discussing. And you can see, I think we're already back up to 6%. Okay, currently sitting at 8%, 8.69. And what's crazy about this, again, is if you just go back and look, I mean, heck, back in the end of December 2022, early 2023 in January, it was a 46% discount. So if you were like, hey, I see this ETF getting approved one day, you could actually go buy some GBTC all the way back here, essentially at a massive discount. And since the just news of the chance of an ETF being approved has been a thing, you started seeing a massive rally, getting this almost back up to a premium, folks, where it actually is a premium to hold this GBTC, and you will actually have more value than what it's worth by holding it. So people are going to use this as an arbitrage play all day because people have been playing on this. People have been waiting on this. And so, yes, I would 100% see the buy the rumor, sell the news to answer that question. And I hope that cleared up some confusion or maybe even just some information for you on that.
It's also very interesting. Also very interesting, man. Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the halvening. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting for. You know, all this other stuff is like, it doesn't matter to me. When we reach the halvening, reevaluate, see what's going on in the market. But keep your eye to the streets, man. You know, you don't want to be that guy caught, you know what I'm saying, caught out there. You got to be on your toes. Right. You got to be on your toes because we don't know how this is going to play out. Yo, people are still getting their money stuck on exchanges, man, like centralized exchanges, like leaders in the space. Right. You know, I seen a guy, Crypto, talking about, oh, I got 200,000 stuck on Gate.io or something. What is it? IO Gate or something like that. And it's just like, we still doing that? we still doing that? So, hey, man, Richard Hart told you. Richard Hart told you. Wells done told you. Everybody done told you.
Everybody done told you.
Everybody done told you.
Hey, and sometimes I get it, man. It's just like growing up, you have the parents telling you to do certain things because they've had the experiences and you just got to learn yourself. And I just hope that when you learn, it's a very quick lesson to be learned because sometimes no matter what, I think everyone has had that experience. Like, hey, I'm sure if I was to ask you right now, dude, name a time where you just made the wrong choice in crypto. Like, just think of something, right? Bro. And I'm sure you could create something because you're like, that was so stupid. But guess what happened? You learned from that.
Yes.
Hopefully it didn't cost you a lot. Now, for some people, they learn a hard lesson through security of seed words or seed phrases because they end up getting compromised somehow, some way, right? And so when that happens, whether the amount is small or large, they still lose money. And that's a painful experience. And so for those individuals, I almost hope that it's a small amount just so you can almost learn from that lesson and say, okay, going forward, I won't be doing that again. But to lose a lot and make to be that mistake, because there's been transactions where I've even heard like DCC, for example, say, you know, he's had it. I don't know if he himself had this issue, but he did a transaction one time where he had just lost $100,000 because he just sent it to the wrong address, or maybe not him, someone that he knew of or something like that. I forget the exact story of it, but we've all got that story, right?
I think it was Wendy's. Didn't Wendy's send $100,000 to a random?
I'm sure. Right? Isn't that like that would suck, right? That would absolutely suck. And,
bro,
and that's why
and he got so much money, he wasn't even tripping. He was like, yeah, whatever. And I was just like, damn, bro, can you bro, $100,000 to the wrong address? Oh, that's tough. That's tough, man. Hey, man, take care of my kids. If I ever send $100,000 to the wrong address, take care of my kids for me, dog. Are you gonna be the godfather to my kids? Because I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna take myself out.
Oh, you got it, man. You got it, dude. That's not even an issue, man. That's
$100,000.
Yeah,
shit.
that's and that's what I'm saying for so many people, guys, and that's something to hear just in general. I would think that I would almost say for the most part, guys, be real about it. Like, money can always be made up again, to be fair. As much as and painful as that is, that's what I'm saying. We've all had a lesson that we've needed to learn. Okay. Right. And we all have sometimes just had that experience. And hey, guys, sometimes it's a very quick, painless experience that you're like, God, that was fast. I'm glad I didn't do that. I won't do that again. Right. It's like touching something very hot, right? You just either touched it for a second and you burned yourself for a second, or you fucking left your hand on there and got a goddamn burn. You know what I mean? And so like, that's the difference. For how long is it? It's like the video of the dudes who electrocute themselves on the fence. That's what reminds me of every single freaking time, bro. They go through it, he's just like, dude, it's an electric fence, and he's like, and he like shocks himself, and he's like, woo! He's like, oh man, I can do it longer. I can do it longer than that. I can do it longer.
Bro, I wish I filmed it. I wish I filmed it last night. Took the fam out to eat. You know, the waitress comes with the plate, puts it in front of my son, and says, "Please don't touch it. It's hot," or whatever. He doesn't even hear the waitress, right? He doesn't hear her. So I say, "Yo, don't touch it." She said it's super hot, bro. Immediately, finger, boom, right on the plate. It's just immediately, bro. Just didn't even think about it.
Oh
Like
my
you
God.
you said what? I'm touching it, dog. I'm gonna find out if it's hot. Like I just think it's hilarious, man. Kids
Hey.
just, it's funny.
I also think that same thing, man. And that's what's the funny thing is that's exactly how it goes on that. You know what I mean? Like
Bro.
we've all been there. We've all had it. I just the fucking video of the dudes electrocuting themselves has me.
Dog.
Have you seen that video before? Oh
What,
my
just-
gosh. The dudes
I gotta check that out. You might
Oh.
pull it up on screen. Shit.
All right, hold on, I'll pull it up.
Let me see it. But,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, man.
I'm just laughing thinking about it, bro.
I was watching my son and I'm looking at his little finger and I just knew it. I should have had my camera videotaping it. The minute I told him that plate is hot, don't touch it. That little finger, man, it was moving instantly and it just touched the plate. And it was hot. I touched it too. It was hot, but it was like, he knew it was hot, so it didn't shock him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just funny how people don't listen. People don't listen, man. So that's something
I gotta do a little search on this one for
yeah,
sure.
no problem.
Keep going on this one because I do want to pull that video up, man. It is absolutely
hilarious. Go ahead. So yeah, man, I was just saying to everybody, like lately in my life, what I've been doing is when older people talk to me, even if I think they're not the perfect role model or their life isn't so great, when they talk to you, listen, because even if it seems like they don't know what they're talking about, or like, oh man, you should take your own advice because your life isn't so great. It's like they're trying to save you from mistakes they made. You know what I mean? Like they're like, yo, dude, I was once in your shoes. I did that. I'm telling you, don't do this. And I'm starting to listen to these people, bro, because it turns out they're right. You know what I mean? Like, and I find myself doing it to the younger generation when I'm talking to them. They're doing this, and that, and I'm giving them these little small tidbits, and they're coming back to me in a week like, yo, bro, you were completely right. I'm glad I listened to you. It's wisdom, bro. The longer you're here, the more you know. That's literally all it is, man.
Facts, bro.
It's crazy.
I found the video, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up here. Make sure we got the audio all good. Turn the music off for a split second. Hopefully I remember to turn it back on. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
Jackson, Lachlan, Jackson, Fairbairn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
In buttfuck nowhere, South Australia. That's correct. Mine and Jimmy's first time ever on a farm.
It's your first time.
Yeah,
What
man.
farm?
Yeah, but it's just like being in a big zoo.
Yeah, it's just like a big zoo.
Not even a bit.
Jimmy's a bit out of his comfort zone. I sort of blend into all areas. But they're going to take us around the farm,
Yeah.
show us
All right,
around. Let's get
there's
started.
a couple things you're going to need to know
Yep.
when you're on a farm. A couple of safety tips, like if you come to this fence over here.
Yep.
This one.
Fuck.
Ah!
Don't touch it because it's
Why
electrified.
do you say that?
Oh God.
Fence. I pointed at the fence.
The fence can't be that bad.
It's
It
electric.
hurts.
Ooh.
Oh, it's electric. He's just from New Zealand. He's a pussy.
No, it keeps the cows in.
You think I'm not tougher than a cow?
Ooh, I don't want to touch that.
Fuck! What the fuck is that? Pikachu's in that fence, bro. Fucking.
That's
Oh hell
He
no.
goes back for more.
Nah, I think I've got a bad current. Let me try again.
Why?
He goes back for more.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Bro, it's a fucking
He's
rush
like,
right
all
against
He's like,
me.
he's like, all right, stop,
Oh,
man,
it's a
stop. And then
fucking
the other guy's like,
It's a fucking rush,
Yeah.
eh?
I don't know.
No, yep.
I'm not saying
This guy's a fucking
oh
retarded.
my God.
Bro.
Anyways, bro.
Yeah, nah, it's hilarious, man. I don't like that shock feeling, dog.
Reminds me,
Oh, I don't like
reminds
it.
me of that every single time. Whenever I hear someone like fucking with some meme coins or something like that, that's the video that comes to mind every single time.
Yo, don't touch it, man. I got shocked plenty of times. I'm not trying to get shocked again, dog. That's just
Oh my God.
that simple.
During the bear market keeps touching the fence. Bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
Yo, it's 100% what it be like, man. Everyone's like, well, I don't know. Let me just and they're like, whoa, that was pretty bad. That was crazy. And then
and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of HEX, right? Because it keeps you. It's like finally, I don't have to touch everything. I don't have to get shocked. I just buy this thing and I sit on it. PulseChain, PulseX,
Right.
same thing. You're finally got to a place where it's like, this is all I've ever wanted. I don't need everything else. I'm not phased by the shiny new objects. I'm good. I don't want to get shocked anymore. So,
Bro, that's it, man. Does it not feel that way? I'm telling you, now that you've seen that video, you're gonna be thinking about that every single time. Like someone just does something stupid. We're like, bro, you know it's gonna hurt. You know it's gonna hurt. You know it's gonna hurt. And then like, I can do it. I can do it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's not worth it, man. Never.
it's not. It's not. You know. And we were just talking about it. We were talking about the other day. We were DMing about it. That I don't know if you pointed it out in a screenshot where somebody was like, "Oh, I wish I didn't I wish I would have just bought more PulseX at the lows instead of trading it for." Yeah, I posted it. I want to pull it up, but I don't even. But it's just brutal,
like, bro,
we're gonna see so much more of that in the coming future. You're gonna see so many guys tweeting, you know what? I should have just bought more PulseChain and PulseX.
Yep.
It's just
every single time. Yeah, and so what's crazy about that whole thing as well, which I definitely want to see if I can find that as well. But dude, let me go back over here. Yeah, if you want to, you can check it out, or you can look for it or whatever. Dude, I want to share. I know I've been having a blast with AI, so if y'all want, dude, I'm sharing this as well because I think everyone should at least check out this fun website that you can have some fun making. Now, it is a not safe for work website, so if y'all 18-year-old and over type deal, or make sure to have on the blur, whatever you got to do. But long story short, there's some very interesting videos and pictures that you can make on Civic.ai. And so, like, I saw this and I saw Trump running, bro. Like, this
what happened?
Quiet, man. Whenever I see this,
the
whole Trump. And what's cool about this is I can actually go and make this exact same thing if I really wanted to, where I can actually go down here below and actually start creating. And I can actually make this exact same thing. If I don't want him doing running away from prison, I could have him jumping out of a plane, for example, or jumping out of a helicopter from a prison. Let me see real quick. Jumping out of helicopter. Did you find the thing?
Nah, I'm still looking for it.
Cool. So let's see if I can do this and generate. Let me just see what happens here. But dude, I absolutely love this because you can make so much cool stuff right away just on these little side bits over here on this over here on the side. Again, for free, y'all, for free. So keep that in mind.
AI is fire, dog. AI. It's just making everything so much easier and it's putting people out of work, bro. Like the stuff you could do now with the click of a button. I mean, people used to get paid thousands upon thousands of dollars to do these things. And now guys are just doing it within 30 seconds. It's crazy.
I forgot to put with the parachute or something. Dude just flying.
Man,
but look how crazy this is, man. Like literally made that within seconds, bro. Like while streaming on here with y'all, changing up a couple things. I wanted to share that again because sometimes I don't think it gets enough love. Another one is Leonardo.ai. But anyways, I wanted to share those.
Let me see. I just found it. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Yeah, take your time, man.
I'm just gonna read the tweet. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
It says, probably one of my few bad bets this year. I not only sacrificed 3,000, but put in some stables near the peak. Thought it would be a small hedge against my PulseX stack, but should have just bought more down 90% PulseX. Yeah, man. I mean,
every single time, bro. Every time.
Every single time.
Every time.
We're gonna see so much more of that, and it's just gonna be so much more
man. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Guys, don't have regret. Regret's poison, guys. Regret will fucking eat you alive, no matter what. If you have the ability to get in right now at these lows, and then you see this tear and just go on an absolute run, and it does well above your far and exceeding expectations that you possibly imagined for this token, and you didn't take advantage of these opportunities. Regret's a poisonous bitch, bro. It's gonna haunt you for forever because you're over here trying to, I don't know, mess with certain degeneracy items that just don't lead in the end.
Yeah, think of the theme park, okay? When you get in line to ride on the roller coaster, you wait until you get on the ride, till you ride it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even ride PulseChain PulseX yet. You're already hopping into another line trying to get to that roller. Like, nah, man, you jumped into this line. Stay with it. We didn't get on the ride yet. Ride it first. Yeah, stay with it. Yo, bro, I'm running with this ecosystem the whole cycle. I see people saying, who was it? Trevon said something like, oh man, I wouldn't be surprised if the hexicans missed the whole bull run just waiting. Yo, bro, are you like, is that what we doing? Are we still in the depression phase?
Right.
Like, come on, man. Come on.
Well, heck, we said it ourselves, man. It's like, hey, if the bull market comes and it passes us and we haven't experienced what we thought we were going to experience, or not what we thought, I guess I should say, but we haven't done shit.
Yeah.
We'll be right there with you, man. Like,
bro, I'd rather go through this whole bull market and not have any gains than jump into some garbage, sell my whole bag and still not make it, and watch PulseChain and PulseX go through the roof, knowing I was sitting in that heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, bro. Like, I'd rather miss a whole bull run than to exit this and go into some other goofy ass coin with a goofy ass founder. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more do you want? We got a damn movie. Like, what more do you want? You know what I'm saying?
I've actually gone and checked that out for sure. I mean, that's 100% what you're saying on that one, right? Like, I really hope all of y'all had a chance to go through and do it. If you can't, you can find a way to get on like a VPN and just make it happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%, guys. Go check it out. It's on damn near so many platforms right now that's available and out there.
Amazon, Apple TV, Voodoo, like everything, bro.
Yeah,
everything.
What's funny is I had planned on doing a similar item over on the side where I was gonna like just stream or something like that, and then what I was gonna end up doing was have it like on in the background and just kind of like let that thing. I don't know if I'm right. Stop that for now.
Yeah, man.
But
great movie. I watched it again. Kids loved it. It was just dope, man. Like, who has that? No one else has that. We got a movie, dog. I mean, we're already at it's almost like we're ahead of our time. And that's going to be the crazy thing, because when people go back and stumble across these videos, we're going to be long gone by then. Where are these guys? I haven't seen these. Bro, these guys are rich, and these guys, bro, we're going to be legends in crypto. Legends.
Right.
Crypto legends.
For sure,
But and hopefully everybody watching too, same thing. All of us, we're all going to be at the top of our. I'm starting to think we're going to run crypto moving forward. The hexicans, the PulseXicans, because when I seen that quote unquote leader in the space still having money stuck on an exchange, I'm like, okay, it sounds like this whole Richard Hart thing is like literally going to be the future of crypto, and we're just ahead of our time. No one even understands what we're talking about yet. It just goes right over their head.
Right.
But it'll catch up. They'll catch up. And by the time they catch up, it's too late. It's too late, man.
Yeah, I want to share, just for fun, I want to quickly share one more fucking AI thing, just because it's advancing so fast and I'm just having so much fun that I just want to share some of it with you as well. And, and if y'all want to take advantage of it and enjoy the fun as well, then y'all definitely can. But this one is actually going to be one that you can actually do interactive drawing with it live while it's happening. So basically what it is, it's drawfast.tl. Here, I'll just put it in the freaking chat. What am I talking about over here? Trying to see the whole thing. I just put it in the chat. Should go on both channels as well. But basically I can come up here and put a prompt of whatever I'm trying to prompt. So what would you like to see? Something like what would you like to see? Give me something.
Let me see. What, like anything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna make it real time. So let's just talk about space shuttle. Like, let's just kind of keep it simple, right?
Okay.
And and then you'll come up with something else, I'm sure, in the meantime.
Okay.
But basically, what I can start doing is start making this into a space shuttle over here on the side. And again, as I'm starting to make it into a space shuttle, it starts drawing it real time over on this side. So I can actually make it where. So you can see it real time, like as I'm drawing it. So if I want to start adding different things or whatever, it'll actually try to start incorporating different things over on it as well. So
what?
Yeah, that was a terrible example for real. Let me just kind of clear that one real quick and see if we can start over maybe. So because yeah, that one also a terrible drawer. But this is fun because it's just something that anyone can do. So let's just say, for example, you wanted to cat on a beach or something. Cat on a beach.
Okay.
So I can actually come in here and I can actually start drawing a little cat right here, for example. Draw a little cat, make a little ears, and then it starts drawing the beach out over here. So I can get water. I can get water over here, over on this side, if I actually can draw this correctly. And these are just fun things for everyone to start seeing. So again, these are terrible kitty little drawings, but this actually draws it real time, and I think it's a fun little item. It can actually draw over it. So if I'm actually wanting to add some items in here, I really can start getting crazy with it, making, you know, different items over on the sides. So that way we start getting the colors of water. Fun stuff, man. I just wanted to share that as well. Anyways,
that's incredible, man. That's dope. Make sure y'all check that out. I'm gonna check that out as soon as the stream is over. That's fire, man.
Yeah,
AI is crazy.
And
if you like the cover of the thumbnail for the stream, ATX did that too, man. I'm loving the thumbnails. It's just fire. I'm loving.
How y'all liking the thumbnails, guys? Yeah, let me know. Let me know how y'all are liking thumbnails.
The samurai joint. This one.
Yeah.
Man, got it.
Last time. Oh, yeah. Guess this is all made using AI, guys. That's what's freaking crazy about it, right? The world's advancing rapidly, and we just get to be a part of it, and quite enjoyable as well, if I do say so myself. So let me say what's up to the chat, man. It's been a while since I've actually looked at the chat.
I seen you're missing things.
What's up?
Shout out to Alan Fizman. He said we missed a lot of gold earlier, but I was trying to find what we missed. If we missed anything good, man, let us know, because I'd like to hear about it. It'd be hard to see with the shades on, man. I gotta take these off. I'm reading the chat. What's been going on, y'all? You let us know in the chat. Who's your favorite streamer? What stream should we be checking out, man? Because I tuned out of everybody. Everybody flip-flop. Everybody's talking about this coin, that coin. Who y'all listening to nowadays besides us? You know, and I need everyone in the chat to name a streamer in Hexico that hasn't shilled garbage. I need everyone to just go ahead and type a streamer that hasn't shilled trash, because I'm starting to think we the last ones left, dog. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
There's been several little hiccups for sure, all over. What I find crazy is the people are like doubling down on some of them. I don't know. Like
Hexologist, that's a good one. He doesn't shill trash. Shout out to Hexologist, man.
Yeah, Hexologist definitely has been tried and true and stayed basically as is. I don't even think he even talks about, dude, there was a time where he didn't talk about PulseChain, even
right
sacrifice phase. He didn't talk about PulseChain during like launching. Like there was a
right.
he just hasn't even mentioned, and so quite impressive for sure, man. Yeah, let's be real on that one.
I gotta give it to DCC too, man, because even though he talks about other coins, I've seen him be successful. Those coins that he talks about, they do their runs and stuff. So I'll give that to DCC too. And I see some people saying some other guys, but them guys launch coins, so nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna. It don't count. If you launch the coin, it don't count. You know, it don't count.
It immediately has to negate
you
that.
You shield trash, essentially. you shield trash, essentially.
Yeah, it definitely has to be there for sure. Here we go. Cool. All right. Bet. Let me see what's up. Dude, I'm just trying to. There's one more little AI thing, but I'll share that later, man. I'll figure out some items for everyone on that one. If you get your money stuck on a sex, you that's funny. Alpha's man says, if you get your money stuck on a sex will get stuck in your girl.
No, facts, man. I mean, dog, I don't keep money on exchanges, man. I mean, unless it's $10, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, come on, man.
I don't think the on-ramping has really stopped anything, because there was actually a fun chart actually put together by some brilliant individual, and I'll just kind of share it with you as well. It kind of gives you a little rundown as to like the bridge transactions and the history of the bridges on PulseChain. And so you can just see, like, overall, this is a cumulative flow down here. So if I was to zoom on in, let me make sure I can get zoomed in on this particular page. That goes. So if you can actually see this whole information on this particular screen, it's zooming in. I don't know how far it's going to zoom. It's just taking a while and just taking some time. So I don't know if it's just going to like fly past and then zoom in, yeah. So basically I'm trying not to move my mouse, but basically this is showing that right now people are still putting more money in to the PulseChain ecosystem than they are bridging out of the PulseChain ecosystem. So that is a massive little thing over here, and you can actually see it still above where people aren't trying to exit the overall ecosystem. And you can see it's relatively stayed the same too. So even with the most recent changes to the front end through on-ramping and all these different things, it didn't change a single item in terms of the overall metrics. People are still bridging more money into the PulseChain ecosystem than they ever were before. There's still more money bridged in the ecosystem than there ever has been as well. You can actually see the overall deposits on this too, and the withdrawals, and you can see a massive amount of information. I highly advise checking out Dune. This is a website that I recently found, dune.com, and you can actually go and search for certain things on here. So like, say for example, if I like Bitcoin and I actually wanted to see maybe some Bitcoin halving charts, I can actually come in here and just type in Bitcoin halving, and it'll actually give me a pretty good chart, ideally, of where we're looking at on some halving cycles, right? And so you can actually see when these halving cycles are. So you can actually start learning and figuring out and making some different plans as to what you're going to be doing during that time as well. So I highly advise checking this out. Again, dune.com. You can just have fun. It's free. Doesn't do anything good. Doesn't cost anything.
Have you been buying your fame in fiat?
So I didn't buy that a single time, my brother. No money of mine ever went into that ecosystem at all.
Oh shit! Man, that's some funny stuff, man. It's some funny stuff, bro. Oh, it's so funny.
I don't like the way they did the liquidity. I don't like the whole system. None of it. And then the 9-inch guys, they fucked that up royally. I'm talking royally fucked that up. You know what I mean?
Man,
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Did the stupidest thing ever and just fucked the liquidity right away. Because of the loan token.
Man,
I fell down to my knees when the law came.
It's always going to have that on the chart forever. Like it was so stupid. That's just such a silly thing.
Liquid lows, $30,000. Oh God, who got the 50 million? Where's that?
Yeah. I don't even care about the liquidity part of it because, hey, man, for real, like, hey, start small, go big. I don't care. Like, for most things, start small, go big. That part doesn't really get me. What I laugh at is the ratios that they actually set the loan token at. So essentially, it just looks like it just lost 100% value within like an hour or like minutes.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
They just screwed that up, man. They just screwed that up.
Oh man, fun stuff, man.
For
hey,
sure.
Hey, it happens to all of us, man. We all took our L's, so but hopefully the W's come, but they ain't gonna come for everybody. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah, Bitcoin hit 40,000 for the first time since May of 2022 amid ETF anticipation. I'm telling Bitcoin is up 2.5%. That's pretty wild, y'all. That's pretty wild. You have to understand that in 2023 alone. Because
it's scary, dog. Shit getting real. Getting real.
This is
it's not far from all-time highs, man.
Right. I mean, that's bullish as hell, guys. Look at this. That's so freaking bullish, guys.
So let me ask you, ATX, how you gonna feel if Bitcoin gets to all-time high, gets to $75,000, and we still haven't seen any significant gains in our ecosystem? How are you gonna feel immediately? Do you think it's still coming, or you think, fuck, man, we might have to wait another cycle? Like, what do you?
Well, I wouldn't say we have to wait another cycle. I don't think that's going to be the case, right?
Okay.
What's going to happen on that one? Because when the bull market really starts coming, the bull market comes, and it happens. Now, whether it lasts, a year, 2 years, or however long it lasts, is a completely different story. But we will experience massive run this cycle, right? And so it's just a matter of when. Now, if Bitcoin is sitting at or above all-time high, and the overall market or ourselves for our market is still going the opposite way, then yeah, I would be a little bit sad for sure. Don't get me wrong. You look back at some of those things, but then you find that's where you have to have your conviction at the end. Like, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things what happens in the maybe next year, right? Or maybe even 2, like, or
Right.
maybe even just months. In the grand scheme, the answer is no. And not only that, people shouldn't be able to shake you out of your bags by saying
Right.
certain words or certain things, right? Because
Mhm.
we say this all the time, man. There's in reality, you are going to get what happens correct. You are going to get the timing of it wrong. That's it.
Right.
So you're gonna say PulseChain is going to do 1,000x, but you're gonna anticipate that it happens in the next 2 years, and that's okay if that was the case. But sometimes that's too short of a period for it to do that. And I'm just using this as an example, right? Because let's just use this as the example. Because what if it was gonna hit 1,000x, but it took 3 years? What if 2026 you sit at 1,000x at that point in time, but you got it wrong because you thought it was only 2 years, because everything else has already pumped and done what it did and had the cycle. And so like there's going to be a time where people are going to definitely wash themselves out 100%. They're going to rinse, get rinsed, guys. Do not rinse yourself in this situation. Don't go chasing stupid little coins, moving one token to another token, thinking you're gonna get more, and then move it back, and then, dude, rinsed, y'all, rinsed.
Alan Fizime is 100% right. He says, I'm waiting for the ultimate top signal. That is Westcott running through the streets naked, right? So if y'all see me running, if y'all see me getting locked up, going to jail for streaking butt naked in the streets, you better sell everything you got. Sell everything, because the bottom is coming. Okay. So ATX, I gotta ask you, man. I asked this years ago. Well, maybe a year ago. I don't know, months ago. But I forgot the answer. When HEX did its initial run the first time to 50 cents, did Bitcoin already reach its all-time high, or did it run before it reaches all-time high or after? Do you remember?
Yeah, so let's just pull them both up. I mean, I'd rather just take a look at what we're actually seeing with the real chart and everything like that, right? Might as well.
Absolutely.
So let's just throw this on weekly, so it makes it a little bit easier to identify. Throw it on log, which it is. Cool.
I'm trying to be prepared.
Here. So, and then we're gonna have good old HEX chart. Throw this on log, and let me even see if I can just pull up BTC.
History repeats, man. History repeats.
Yeah,
something tells me everything's gonna go just like it did last time. But we'll see.
For sure. Okay, cool. So okay, that's just the market cap for it, so I'll get rid of that. All right, so basically we're just gonna look at the two different charts real fast over here. So the first chart is, of course, going to see our good old Bitcoin, right? So we know that really HEX, let's just go, I guess, start with HEX. So we actually want to see when HEX hit its all-time high, which was September of 2021. That was really the key point at that point in time, right? Now, again, I can throw this on log. We can see it a little bit easier. But September of 2021 was when it actually hit its all-time high. So if you want to see that in comparison against Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin hit its all-time high at first in April, and then HEX continued to rally all the way until September, which is right around here, and it hit its all-time high at that point. So
it was
Bitcoin
rising. Yeah.
top. So it's just tough because Bitcoin hadn't really ever done that before, right? They'd never like done this little double top, so they didn't really know what to expect. People didn't really have a clue what was going on. But yeah, at first the all-time high was hit. It was then dropping, which is typically the first sign, which is what Richard Hart calls when he says calls the top, that kind of stuff, right? And because that's where he says this is where it should have reversed. It came back, got held up through the big buyers coming in, more or less the Vanguards, the BlackRocks, those guys pumping the prices up. Even back here, 2021, you got Cathie Woods, you got MicroStrategy, you got so many other tokens that were doing everything back here as well. And so when you actually see it going, yes, it did go back and rally all the way until November, but ideally you would just see it from it actually topped in April, and then HEX followed a few months later. So back in April, yeah, what's up?
I was just gonna say, man, shout out to Steve Maven with the super chat. He says Pulse will go up 10 times before Bitcoin goes over 70K, maybe. And I just want to, this guy Steve Mayfield, man, he sounds like he knows how this works. and clearly he's sitting on a lot of money, man. Shout out to Steve Mayfield, man. You a legend, dog.
Yes,
But
sir.
this guy, I don't know, man. He sounds like he knows. He says 10 times before Bitcoin goes over 70K. Pulse
Yeah,
goes
so
up.
yeah,
10
10x. Yeah, he's saying the Pulse chain is going to 10x, and Bitcoin would be 70K. So basically, if you're just trying to see from the chart of what we're actually looking at, I guess right now, let me just kind of pull up the actual PLS chart, I guess, at the same time, just so we can take a little gander and just incorporate.
Steve Mayfield knows. Steve Mayfield knows, man. I'm telling you.
Let me just share this. So this is the pulse chart on this one. Throw it on log, of course. Keep it simple. But this is the pulse chart again with the actual price on here too. So if Bitcoin was to end up doing its previous all-time high cycle, and it goes from 60 and even goes back up to this little range of $69,000, $70,000, somewhere in here, probably within the next year, ideally, we are probably going to see a little drop in April because that's the halving. Sell the news. So if you get the ETF approval and if you get the halving, those are both sell the news events, anticipate some pullback, and then continue to rally. So if it goes back up to here, then yeah, let's just say ideally by September or November, I guess, of 2024, that we would easily see PulseChain do a 10x, and I could 100% agree to that as well. Like if I was to just go in here and just do a nice little 10x drawing in 1 year's time, plenty of drawing there,
man.
Right. Good little 10x. Yeah, not even that crazy in all reality. It would put us in the ballpark of, 0.0007, right? 3 zeros and a 7, and that's just a 10x. And that puts basically it puts everyone back in the green because that would be an all-time high. Anytime, unless you're buying that particular day, everyone's green at that point. So that's what we're really needing to see the entire ecosystem to just go bullish. By the way, we really want to see this just kick it off. Now I know that's the obvious thing, but guys, you really want to see it break above its previous all-time high. Because then at that point in time, everyone is absolutely bullish, or not bullish. Everyone is in the green at that point.
Oh, it gets real. It gets
no
real.
No one could be in the red unless you bought that day and it dropped in price. So everyone's in the green at this point in time. And then it starts getting to where it's like, oh, okay, cool. Now we've sold out. We've shook out the sellers. Now let's see what the buyers can really start doing, because people buy green candles. You hate to admit it, but it happens all the freaking time, y'all. So that's what I would see in the thing where we start getting into a nice little bullish zone. We've already almost cussed the SEC prices. We're about 30% away from SEC prices before that whole allegation thing came out.
Wow.
Far, guys.
Wow.
Not far. It doesn't take a lot to get this into a bullish situation either, in all reality, right? Because there's $15 million in liquidity in here. And if you were to come in and you get some big old whale, one person could come in and essentially bring in $1 million and have 1/15 of the overall liquidity. You know what I mean? Like they can come in and eat up a massive supply. Granted, they're going to have to take some hits, but we've seen what could be potentially possible. And it's very likely that there are so many people sitting on the sidelines with just so much money, y'all. Well, I've seen this happen from the time that we looked at the beginning of the bear market, what people were doing, what whales were doing, were people staked, were they doing, were the wallets, what's happening. I just wanted to learn what I could from those individuals and just trying to see if I wanted to take anything myself and make it into my own investment thesis, right? And so I look at it from there and I'm like, bro, there's so much capital sitting in stable coins on both the Ethereum network and on the PulseChain network, y'all. A massive amount of capital that is just waiting. Now, some people aren't going to buy. Sounds crazy, I know, but they will not buy until this thing reaches its previous all-time high, because then that's when they feel that's when it's bullish.
That's crazy. ATX, and that's
a 4.5x from where we currently are right now. And they refuse. They just won't buy. Guys,
can you imagine?
That goes for HEX too. Like imagine saying that for HEX, man. Like imagine coming through here and saying that for this right here, where you're like, nah, I'm not gonna buy until it gets back up here.
That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. There's people doing that. There's people doing that.
To answer that question, that is a 80x gain from where current prices are.
Damn it.
Now. So people are saying, yeah, I don't want to buy anything until it reaches then, and then I'm going to buy. It's crazy.
Oh,
guys.
that hurts. That hurts.
We see it all the time.
Shout out to those people though, man, because boy, they're gonna put us on the map.
Yeah.
Shout out to them guys.
100% correct. That chart is going to look absolutely bonkers over $1, man. Like, dude, oh my gosh. And the benefit here for all of y'all listening, if you were to be taking advantage of these moments in time, typically when you go into a cycle of bull and you come back into a cycle of bear, you end up typically not reaching these prices ever again. Especially for PulseChain and PulseX. These are making new all-time lows for a token. So just like you would for Ethereum or Bitcoin or Cardano or any other token that was available in the past, if you had just bought it early in the beginning and it reached its floor, it has never gone back to retest those floors. So that's the ability to get in right now. So even if you were a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years later, and yes, the price could go up and do 1,000x, and yes, it could come back down and remain above 100x. Imagine where your floor is 100x.
Bro, there are going to be people that are so rich at when PulseChain is at 1 cent, they're going to sell everything, right? They're going to sell everything. And then there's going to come a time where people are so rich when PulseChain is at $1 that they're going to sell everything. And it's just the cycle's going to keep going. And man, you're going to be the guy that sold everything at a penny, looking at the other guy who sold everything at $1. Like, God damn it. I said, bro, it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going. All right. It's not gonna...
Where am I getting confused on this? Where do people not understand? Hold on. We don't miss X's for sure. But ADX, how? What are y'all not understanding what like ADX is trash? That's hilarious. That is absolutely like, oh my gosh.
Look, man, look, bruh, it's gonna be. It's just, again, bro. We're the guys who discovered something before it became $1. Before Hex is still under $1, yo.
Right.
Like, y'all don't understand.
That's what I'm saying, and that's just. Guys, like the price I'm quoting right here, the ADX quote that I'm even mentioning right now is coming from a standpoint of where current price is on the Ethereum hex side, 206, and then where current price is at 50 cents. And even then, that's an 84x right there, right? Like,
man,
like that's an 84x just from this move alone, from the current price to here. And you can do the math on this too, y'all. Like 0.5 divided by 0.006 equals 83x. So that's where I'm getting the 83x, just reaching 50 cents, double that to reach $1. You're looking at 166x to go and reach $1 from the current price right now. And that's, if you have the mindset to just see it that way, kudos to you. That is a beautiful mindset to have.
People don't even understand, like, what looks expensive to them looks cheap to somebody. Imagine telling somebody, yo, I know about this crypto, it's going to do extremely well. It's 80 cents right now. That dude's eyeballs are going to light up. He's going to say 80 cents. Meanwhile, you're retired on a beach. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, you guys, you can't think like hexicans. You got to think like people that haven't even gotten into crypto yet. They're going to say, you're telling me this 80-cent coin is going to go to $5 one day?
Yep.
Like, dude, it's bro, like, if you don't think that's coming to this.
Yeah, and so Wakanda's kind of like saying, the whole thing, definitely can't be denied about floating around SEC, Richard Hart, simple, I guess. And I look at it from a standpoint of, again, that is such a short-term view, my friend. Such a short-term view. I just really want you to go and expand that vision, my friend. Just go through and see it further into the future than what's happening right now. Like, congrats. There are days where Bitcoin is going to outperform most of the crypto, and then there's other days where the market dominance for Bitcoin is actually down lower than the overall ecosystem, and it just fluctuates over time. Now, for some individuals, the risk tolerance that they're willing to take, they're saying, I can come and be okay with getting 2.5x, which is good because they're sitting on $50 million. So a 2.5x to them turns it into a nice little $150,000 or $150 million. I'd say thousand. I meant to say million, but you know what I mean? Like, they're sitting on 50 million and then they're like, oh, okay, cool. I just want to turn this into a good little 2.5x. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's what they're getting, right? But if you're coming in with $10,000 and you see it turn into 20, congrats. But But again, like that's not what I'm here for.
I mean, how many cryptos are on the SEC's list? You know, like isn't it like Cardano and stuff like that? Like don't
And there was a whole section
there's a
that
whole
I recently found.
Solana,
Yeah.
BNB, like
It's
so.
crazy. It's
If you
absolutely-
think those are trash, like if you think this is trash, I guess you're calling all those trash too. So it's like,
well,
and I'm not
you know,
saying Wakanda's saying it's trash, but
no, sometimes I would say like find me a better one, give me more information, all that good stuff, right? But like to everyone, there's gonna have their own level that they're willing to go down. Everyone has a line that they're willing to cross. Everyone has a line and a risk profile that they're willing to accept. Some people dip their toes in crypto. Some people are all in crypto, right? Everyone has a different tolerance to it, and that's okay, right? And that is okay, my friend. It is okay. What was we just talking about 2 seconds ago? With the freaking
what? Somebody in chat?
man, no, something on liquidity. Damn. I was pulling it up and got confused looking through all my freaking tabs. Stupid tabs, man. You know when you have like 60 different tabs and I'm just like, tabs open right now. And so I started getting distracted and now I completely forgot what the heck I was looking up. Kind of stinks.
What were we talking about? It was something we were talking about.
Yeah, imagine BTC leads the market. Once confidence is in, then alts. Yeah, it's always been that. Once confidence is in, then alts. Yeah. What's the recent word on RH and the SEC? Nothing new, my friend John East. There's actually someone who does a really good job, and I don't remember his name. He's a lawyer. Is it like
I think it's something about December. The SEC's trying to get him to respond, or they're trying to.
They're trying everything, man. They just keep on trying and keep
Trying
on
to serve them. Yeah, trying to
keep on
serve
trying.
them.
So it just kind of ends up looking to be a certain situation where, like, it's not really that crazy.
We want it to be dropped. I think that's what we want. You know. Yeah, no, and shout out to Wakanda, man. My bad. I misspoke. He says no. I'm not saying it's trash. It's a matter of what's going to happen with it. All I'm getting, it's that if we get dismissed, it's party time. Some big OG things we could miss a bull market. Yeah. No, facts, dude. If we get dismissed, you know, it's just like you said, ATX. Some guys are waiting for this thing to get back to SAC before they buy. And to us, that sounds crazy, but to them, it's not crazy. And hey, if they're the ones with the money, whatever, do what you want to do. But I personally like to buy the bottom. You know, that's just me. Yeah. So
sure, for
sure. It is what it is.
Because I love
it. Is what it is.
All right, whatever. Can't draw a blank on whatever I was looking at, man. That stinks. I really thought it was good. It was whatever it was. It was good, but it's good. Let's go. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Daddy Hexer, how do you say this? Bridgren.
Yeah.
This past year, I've worked harder than I have my whole life. So happy to have found you guys in this community. These next cycles are going to be spectacular. And that is one the same.
Can't wait to party with you, Daddy Hexler.
Because I've been seeing you put in work, man. You put the post on the Twitter saying 5 a.m. rise and grind, hitting the gym up, making sure that you get that capital to DCA, because DCAing, you know, is the way. And so shout out to you, Daddy Hexler. You know, shout out to all of y'all who come hang out with the Pulse Nation. It doesn't go unnoticed, who get to come continue to hang out, who actually subscribe to the channel, who continue to be members in the ecosystem that we actually have. Pulse Nation hanging out on Sundays, guys. Like, this is incredible. You know what I mean? And I know this is during literally the bear. Like, we finally had some friends finally start capitulating. You know what I mean? Like, and that was something that I didn't think I would see happen, because I was like, oh man, like you've experienced this, and now they're capitulating, right? Like, it's crazy, bro. But I've seen.
Oh, you're talking about your boy that was like, "F this, I'm done."
Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, it just. It comes out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But like it comes out of nowhere, and it's always like for some reason, and that to me is a trigger response, because I'm looking to see this long term, y'all. I'm truly looking to see this long term, right? And that's why I think you should have a strategy, no matter what, to DCA for at least the first 12 to 18 months. We're not even within we're still within the first 12, y'all. We haven't even reached 7. Okay,
bro.
we've used this as a reference all the time. The marathon reference, guys, 26 miles, right? 26
Man.
miles, which happens to coincide with what we would call the end of the bull market as well in October of 2025, or at least what the cycle has shown us in the past.
Yes. Listen, man, to be in the 1%, you got to do what the 99% is not willing to do. And that is looking long term. Okay. Most people are upset. They're sad. Oh my God, this has been 7 months and we still haven't done it. Bro, you have to do what the 99% are not willing to do. And that is sit here and look long term. Because that's what the 1% is doing, bro. They don't capitulate, bro. They don't, you know.
Right.
And if you are one of the guys that give up, then you're just doing what you've been doing all your life. Just give up. I'm not doing that anymore. I've done that way too many times.
Right.
Consistency is key, man. It's always been the key. Consistency's always been the key. But yeah, man.
Friend, yeah. Yeah, consistency 100%. So SEC will drop case forever, in my opinion. Yeah. And that's what RH is doing. He's playing cat and mouse, hoping for Reg next year. Yeah, and then you get the whole situation that, you know, SEC Gensler is being
Get Gensler out of here.
Yeah, being indicted on other ones as well, and trying to get him kicked off and everything like that. But they're actually bringing cases against him for bringing misinformation to a court and not having substantial backings to actually prove what they said was true. And so now they're actually being investigated, where they have to then prove themselves and say, hey, where did you come with your stuff? And they went and just shot. Oh, it was the SEC. It was the SEC stuff. There you go.
Right.
It was the SEC.
Right.
Let me see if I can find.
Oh, the list of those. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Tommy says, love your streams, boys. You more bullish on Pulse or PulseX? You know, the way I look at that is, right. So what I'm looking at is the ratio. I don't think the ratio is going to change. So let's say Pulse does 100x. If I want 100x, I know, listen, I got to get at least 4 times as much Pulse X as I have Pulse if I want to get 100x on PulseX too. I just see the ratio staying the same. I could be wrong on that, but if I had to choose one, I do think PulseChain obviously is going to do better than PulseX. But if you're big on PulseX, I'd say get 3 times the amount or 4 times the amount of PulseX that you would have of PulseChain, and just keep them ratios, man. Like, pay attention to the ratio; it stays the same.
I like it. I like it. No, dude, I love both for sure.
Right.
I think allocating the same amount to both is a great strategy, and just by doing so, you almost inevitably do that 4-to-1 ratio that you're talking about, just because of where current prices are. So if you have a strategy to DCA into both, here's what I don't want you to do is play one against the other. And because I say this all the time, but if you play one against the other, guys, what happens is one will pump inevitably, whichever one you're not in. It's like being in a fucking traffic. It's the lane next to you is moving and your lane's not moving. So you switch into that lane. That's exactly what happens with the one coin versus another coin. You say PulseX is the coin that I'm going to put all my tokens in and all my basket in and all my eggs in one basket. So PulseX, that's it. By doing that, you're going to see Pulse start pumping. And you're like, oh, shit. Maybe I'll just end up swapping my PulseX for Pulse and get on the It inevitably happens, dude. You get this little weird feeling. You're like, oh man, I
missed out.
And eventually you just fucking do it. Your mind goes blank and you just decide to fucking do it.
And I'm begging y'all, don't do that.
And then as soon as that happens, Pulse starts dropping, PulseX starts pumping, and then you were correct. Again, what I said earlier, you are correct with what your guess is, but you're wrong with the time. So there will be points in time where PulseX outperforms Pulse. There will be points in time where Pulse outperforms PulseX. The idea is if you can have a bag and all of them do very well for themselves, where one of them possibly does a 400x, one of them does a 50x, and your average is in the ballpark middle, somewhere in the 200x range, you've done very well for yourself, my friend. Well. And again, don't try to put all of it saying, well, if I had done this, I would have had all this money on a 400. Hey, cool. Congrats. You made more money than you probably ever made in your life before. Be grateful and thankful that you even got to experience that in the first place. Don't start being negative and have some animosity toward, well, if I had done this, I could have had even more money. That's fucking greed, guys.
Right.
At face value. So far there's 68 cases. Now again, I don't know how accurate this is, but currently there's 68 cases with the SEC against the other cryptocurrencies that are out there as well. And that was as of June of 2023. So that didn't even get the Richard Hart type deal, and it's just stupid, man. Absolutely crazy, right? Like how there's like, hey, someone is a security. Someone like they basically it need to be.
I mean, if you don't believe in those coins, bruh, I mean, what more does Richard R have to do? I mean, it's we're not the ugly duckling. People like to paint us as the redheaded stepchild in crypto. Like we're not. We're the same as Cardano and Charles Hoskinson. It's the same thing. The SEC is looking at all of us like, hey, man, you're not Bitcoin, you're not Ethereum, we're on your head. And it's like, you know, like all we have to do is break through that FUD and it's a wrap. You know, the party starts, just like my man said earlier. And Tommy says, okay, not financial advice, but 400 million PulseX and 100 million Pulse, nice bag size or not? Man, listen, bro. I ain't mad at that bag. I'm not mad at it. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You know, not financial advice, like you said. I'm not mad at that bag at all. I think that's pretty cool.
But if that's where you're currently at right now, and you still have the ability to continue to DCA and continue to build your position, then do so, man. Like don't limit yourself on just one number. So like set your goal, right? Set something that's close by that you can attain very easily, just so you feel good about what's going on, right? And so that way you actually accomplish what your goal is. So set a goal relatively low. Like if you're starting off, hey, I want to start off with 10 million tokens a piece, right? Start simple. I can go buy that with one transaction, for example, and then you go do that. That's one goal knocked off. All right, cool. Let me get to the next one. Continue to try to get as high as a goal as you can. And by the time the bull run comes and you get to watch how it comes around at the end, you're like, hey, I took advantage of this and I went from 400 million because prices were lower longer than anticipated or expected to 1 billion. Congrats. Like I've had so many people come to me already and say they've had the ability to get so much more of their bag. So many people who missed out on the sacrifice for PulseChain, PulseX, who are in a far better position than some people who had sacrificed. Let's just be real. You know, we can do some math and we can break it down. Like, yes, those people are up in value because they sacrifice HEX and all this other stuff. But if you're buying right now and you didn't sacrifice, you're getting a better deal than people who'd sacrifice, right?
Hey, you won.
Like big whales.
If you bought like 2 months ago, shout outs to you, man. You won, dog. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Y'all won, man. Man, dude, I just can't wait till we get back to SEC.
Congrats, man. Take a second job, 65-hour work weeks, since finding our age, man. First time catching y'all live. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, ATX, before we get out of here, I want to say Disciple's been talking about he thinks we're going to get back to SAC in December. What do you think about that? Or you just
I was curious. Well, okay, so let's just kind of talk. So I was kind of curious because we had Liquid Loans launch. I was curious as to what people would do with that whole capital and money, and would we see a rise? So basically what happened was when Liquidity first launched on the Ethereum network, over the next 30 days, Ethereum did a good pump. Well, Liquid Loans is now launched, and I could see over the next 30 days possibly doing a good little pump, which would put us probably in the range of, if not above, sacrifice price. So yes, definitely see that being the situation in the case. We have a nice little bull flag forming on the HEX chart right now, which typically when things form a nice little bull flag, they also will actually make that same amount on the upside when things actually end up breaking out of the flag, which would put us probably in the ballpark of about 2.5 cents for a HEX again, which would be good for so many people who may have just been waiting during that time. Then too funny, man. But this is
that sounds good.
Exactly what we're gonna be seeing, y'all. This is exactly what's coming in the very near future. So yeah, but what I will say is, again, I didn't think the price would just skyrocket to the moon because a new protocol came out. I don't see that really being the case. People have been waiting to get these tokens and sell and all that stuff, so I get it. But yeah, I'm curious to think in the next 30 days, as long as we don't get like a big old hiccup, dude, if another little thing comes out with the freaking SEC, as long as there's no news, we can keep going with rumors. Rumors are good for the price, right? Rumors are great for price, right? You want rumors, right? Like rumors are awesome. You don't want news ideally, and we've had a lot of news in the PulseChain ecosystem. We've got the launch, we've got all this, we've got so many different things that have happened. It's been news. We need some rumors coming, right? And so that's what's really going to be building it. And the rumors could potentially be other projects in the future that are not out yet. For example, I don't know. You never know what the exact rumor is going to be. That's going to cause a little bit of a pump. Could just be a freaking whale coming in who has a friend. We saw that happen recently. Right? It's just a simple rumor, but it got a lot of people very bullish, right? And so we can see this happen over and over and over again as well. So yeah, I can definitely see, to answer Disciple's question, the potential for us looking back at or above SAC prices come December. December.
Didn't RH stream last Christmas, or am I tripping? I feel like last Christmas.
But I don't think he has streamed since, Matty All In says it all the time or whatever. Like that was the last of the conference in 2022, I want to say. So like that was
sworn. I could have sworn Christmas Day he went live, or somebody went live. I gotta double check. I don't know.
Oh yeah, let me just see real fast. I'll just pull up his channel real quick and see.
Yeah,
last time his video was there posted, and so we've got a video 6 months ago, which we had the little that was a quick little announcement type deal.
Right.
Live postings we haven't actually seen. Oh, it just says a year. I guess I got to click on it.
Yeah, I tried to look.
Yeah, so we haven't seen. Okay, it even says July 18th of 2022 was his last live stream, at least for what's on the videos. For what's around.
I know some things were taken down. Well, or maybe on HEX. I don't know. I could have sworn he streamed. Someone streamed on Christmas, and I remember Richard Hart saying something. I don't know. That video could have. I remember like a little
post. I think he like sent a little video clip on Twitter or something like that.
Okay.
I could just be absolutely making it up. Like
yeah.
Dude, so there was a crazy little thing, real fast, and then I know you got to get going and stuff.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about the whole manipulation, bro. And how easy it is for us to not only be manipulated, but I want to share this with y'all as well, because this is a mind F for y'all. And it's just something to almost kind of realize that you don't necessarily have to take everything at face value, guys. Like sometimes, thinking on your own without being told what to think is sometimes the best thing you can do. So let me actually see if I can find it on here, because that was an absolutely hilarious time. Here we go.
Someone said Christmas 21. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was last. Yeah. Okay.
That's December what I'm saying. 20. Like an entire year, we just like skipped it into like
time flies, dog. Time flies.
Freaking flies. Yeah.
100%. So hold on to your bag, yo. Hold on to your bag, dog. Because time flies. Before you know it, you're retired.
Oh, here we go. Let me see. For whatever reason, I don't know if I have to get logged into my Instagram, and if I
shout out to Richard Hart.
Shout
out to Richard Hart, man. Hope you're doing well, dog. You're a legend, man. Jesus Christ, you got all of us here late night talking about your ecosystem, man. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. Like, that's
so
cool, man. Crazy. All right, cool. So let me see. Okay, how do I go back and share this? Let me zoom in. Yeah, because I don't think I can make the video bigger. All right, cool. I'm gonna share the screen with y'all, and then I want y'all just like go to sleep on this and just kind of like ponder it in your mind. You know what I mean? Because this man right here makes you easily think shows you how easily human beings can be manipulated. Whoops, I gotta turn on the volume.
Not equal. One is in fact larger than the other. What I need you to do is determine which one that is. So please raise your hand if you believe the blue circle is larger than the red. All right. Please raise your hand if you believe the red circle is larger than the blue. All right, very good. Now, before I said anything about these two circles, what was your first instinct?
I almost want to know what y'all are thinking on this one, guys. What are y'all thinking? Which one's bigger, right?
Blue.
Which one's bigger, guys? Bigger. Let me know, right? Let me see. Let me hear it. This is what's funny. This is how crazy it is, okay? So keep listening.
All right, because they look equal. And the reason why they look equal is because, in fact, they are equal. These two circles are identical. Yet I got just about every one of you to raise your hand and say that they're not. So what did we learn? That you can be manipulated like that to believe in something that goes against your natural instinct.
Yep. And so that right there proves a point that I want every single one of y'all to think about as well, and know that while you believe that you are true and you have an infallible or flawless ability to not be fooled or deceived or anything like that, you all saw how fast something like that can happen. It just has to take certain words said certain ways, and it can happen like, because he literally says, guys, these two look identical, but they're not. One of them is bigger than the other. Just by saying that alone, your mind's already like, is it really? Is it? The blue one looks a little
That's
bigger,
crazy.
I guess, right? The blue one, I guess I see the blue one being a little bigger, and then you find out they're the fucking same size, because that's what, like, some people didn't raise their hand at all, and that just literally is exactly what's going on with everyone, guys. So please be mindful about, you saw how fast that can happen. The same can happen with crypto, y'all. You can be manipulated like this without even realizing that you're going against your natural instinct, without even realizing that you're leaving your natural ability to do what you know you shouldn't do, or you should do.
Bingo. Man, I'm sticking. Yeah, with that being said, go ahead, man.
Enjoy the night, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch.